Hey, happy Friday indeed. It is a feel-good Friday and a Fisher Friday. What more could you ask for? I am Joe Malone. He is Bob Fisher. Good morning to you, Bob.
That's me.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Bob, we had a lot of fun talking about what movie should every kid see before they become an adult. And so many great recommendations. Some people recommending scary movies. Do you think it's a good idea for kids to see a scary movie before they become an adult?
I think it depends on, every kid's different. I mean, you can kind of tell, I think, well, maybe this isn't a great movie for my kid. And some of those maybe just all over it for some reason.
Well, nowadays, too, it's so different. Like, when I was 13 and you were going to have a sleepover and you were going to try and watch all the Friday the 13th or all the Nightmare on Elm Streets that were out, you had to know someone. Like, you had to have an in for them to go and rent the VHSs of those movies. And now you just click a button and it's going on, or you got to know the parental password and you can watch whatever you want. So there was a little bit, it built up the mystique, I'm watching something I shouldn't be watching right now.
I'm watching an R-rated movie.
Ooh, and I'm not going to be able to sleep for a week. Some of the suggestions coming in. Star suggested, not scary here, but a good movie for kids to watch before they become an adult, Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
Yeah, which has got a revival coming up on Disney Plus. I think E.T. is another good one that kids should see, just to have that experience.
Yeah.
Because it shows you, hey, something scary might actually end up being your best friend. It's okay. And then eventually your best friend's going to leave. And that's called the end of college. Big. Did you ever see Big?
Big was a good one.
Because that... you don't realize it until you get older, but there's a lot of life lessons in that movie.
Yeah, and that movie is, I think, as fresh today as it would have been when it came out, in the mid to late 80s?
Yeah. That was like that was the first wave of Tom Hanks. He's had like 3 different waves. That was the first wave there. But that movie taught you, even though you're a kid, you want to be an adult, and you're an adult that you want to go back to your youth, just be happy where you're at. And if you're ever in an FAO Schwartz, play chopsticks.
You can play big piano.
Yes. And then the other one I'd like to throw out there, Rudy. When's the last time you watched Rudy?
I'm not a big fan of the movie Rudy for some reason, because after it came out, so much of that came out as being fictionalized, which, in a story like that, obviously you can't remember exact conversations and whatnot, but it just sounds like it's been, a lot of it has been fictionalized.
And they portrayed it as being true to life.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think Rudy teaches you...
Sorry to pop your balloon there, but
that's just okay.
My opinion.
A discourse is
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
You fight hard, you work hard, and maybe eventually one day you'll go in and you'll play one down of football.
Right.
Or whatever it was.
Or a couple downs.
Oh. You can read up some of the other suggestions. What movie should every kid see before they grow up? Swing by the Star 106 Facebook page. Bob, pick a number between 1 and 10.
How about 7?
7, okay. You're going to guess first. It doesn't matter what number you would have picked. You would have guessed first.
Okay.
What I've got for you for Say It or Sing It, which is coming up next.
Did you want to play rock, paper, scissors here on the radio, too? That'd be great. No.
We'll do that next week. Your category for Say It or Sing It, the trivia singing game show, is Well Appointed. Well Appointed. That's next on Fisher Friday.
Nothing. I'm for some reason, I all of a sudden, no, you did spell, in the email you sent me, you did spell Ace of Base wrong.
Did I?
You spelled it Ace of Bass.
Is it B-A-S-E? What is it?
It's B-A-S-E for the, well, of course, if you're spelling a bass like a bass guitar.
Oh, yeah, it is. B-A-S-E.
Or a bass, in an orchestra. Yeah, that is how you spell bass. So I will give you, I was just looking, that's why I was laughing. I'm just Ace of Bass.
Oh, my goodness. The whole sea shanty thing, if that was still a thing, maybe that would be a great sea shanty Ace of Base cover band. Ace of Bass. Yeah. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. All right, so that's what
I
we'll
might
be
sing it like that if I lose. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, 27 years ago, the sign for Ace of Base, number one song. That is who what the loser will be singing. Bob, your category for Say It or Sing It, well appointed. And what I need from you are these 10 answers. People who require an appointment. So these are people that you need an appointment to see. You got it?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
On your mark,
Yeah.
get set, go.
Well, how about a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, you make an appointment to get your car taken in, auto mechanic, whatever. You need an appointment to maybe at a bank if you're going to go get a loan or something like that. Who else you need an appointment with? You need an appointment if you're going. I'm now in drawing a blank. I got those first ones out, but 30 seconds has got to be up.
Time.
So I'm gonna stink on this one. Maybe I just want to sing. Maybe I just want to sing Ace of Bass.
You've got an appointment with singing, Bob. You only got 2 right. That's it.
I figured that.
People who require an appointment, you got doctor
And dentist.
and dentist. And these are the ones you missed out on. Accountant. You got to, with taxes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hairdresser. Need an appointment with that. A lawyer. A therapist. Getting a massage. You need an appointment. You can't just walk in and throw on a rope. Doesn't work that way. Manicurist. Don't ask me. I don't know that firsthand. Manicurist. Getting the cable guy or gal to come out to your house. And phone repair also requires an appointment. So 2 out of 10, Bob.
There you go.
The streak is going to be broken this week.
The streak will be broken this week, I'm afraid. Let's see. Your category is a category about you and I.
Oh, okay. You and I. Say it or sing it, round 2. Joe, not singing, on the line. Next. Joe Malone, Bob Fisher, affectionately called Fisher Friday here on Star 106. Say it or sing it, round 2.
Affectionately?
I believe that's the first time I've ever used that word with our names in the same sentence.
I just wondered where that was coming from or what that meant or... I'm
trying to vary up the cadence of the intro so that way it's not, the same thing every single time I open up the mic. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do.
Absolutely.
So, Bob, round 1, Say it or sing it. Trivia, sing it.
Not good.
Bob got 2 out of 10 people you need an appointment to see. You said that my category is something about you and I.
Yeah. Let's see. It's 9 countries that start with the letter I and 1 that starts with the letter U.
Countries that start with I and U. I'm going to focus on I. 30 seconds on the clock.
Well, not once again. 9 country. I just want to make sure you got this straight. 9 countries that start with I, one that starts with you.
Okay.
Just want to make sure you understood that because it didn't sound like you might have gotten that part.
I think I got that. Okay.
No, well.
Okay, 30 seconds. So, United States of America would be the U. We'll get that out of the way. Maybe it's Uganda. Possibly Uruguay.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
Are you guessing all 3 of those?
Yes. India. Is with an I. Ireland has got an I. Iceland has an I. Other countries that Indonesia would be one. Indochina, maybe that's on there. Other I's. Israel is an I country, and that's time. That's that really quick 30 seconds this morning, man.
Yeah, I was trying to distract you so you could, not name as many, but you got 6. That's your best, I believe.
Best ever. Man, I love that. Okay, so which U was it?
Uganda.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. I'm liking that.
Otherwise, the other I's that you named were correct. India, Indonesia, Iceland, Israel, and Ireland. You did not get Ivory Coast.
Oh, yeah.
You did not get Iraq.
See, I should have gotten that.
And you did not get Iran.
Oh, man.
And you did not get Italy.
Italy. Oh.
You could have had 10.
I could have had 10 on that. I don't know that I would have gotten Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, that would have been way out of right field for me to get that one.
Right.
Way out of right field. All right, Ace of Bass, The Sign, number one song.
Ace of Bass, yes.
27 years ago today. Bob
in case you
Fisher.
missed it earlier, Joe spelled it. Just in case you missed it earlier, Joe spelled it wrong in an email, so that's why we're calling it Ace of Bass.
Ace of Bass.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's going to drag you up to get into that light where you belong, but where do you belong?
But where do you belong? Wow, 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 wow.
Little sped up, but
that's all right. That's all right.
That was the Ace of Bass. That was the Ace of Bass version, not the Ace of Base version. So.
Of that. Coming up here, we got Feel Good Friday, and then also, Bob, if you had to pick one game show that you knew you could go on and win, what game show would it be? That's coming up after 9 on Fisher Friday. Feel Good Friday on the Joe Show, brought to you by Cabin Coffee Company. Be happy, have fun. Today, the first Friday of spring, Bob. Isn't it?
That's what I'll choose. That's what I'll choose for my Feel Good Friday.
Yeah, you got to like that. We had the rain earlier in the week, over an inch, over a couple of days worth of rain. But holy cow! I was just double checking the forecast. So this weekend there is some more rain predicted, possibly. But Monday, Bob, it's going to get up to 70. What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
57 and sunny on Sunday, and then Monday, mostly sunny and about 70.
Wow. That's good. That would dry up the playgrounds a little bit. Let us get out there and do some stuff. My Feel Good Friday, thank you, Wilmer Warhawks, for beating Granite City Lumberjacks. We're talking NA3HL hockey on Wednesday, meaning that the pressure on the Bulls lessened just a little bit. Bulls are at Granite City tonight, tomorrow night. They need to win one of those two games in regulation, no overtime, no shootout, and they are first place clinchers for the West Division.
Nice.
Yeah. This has been the most, it's been an odd year for sports, for everything in general, but the most down to the wire to find out who will be the winner between North Iowa and Granite City that I can remember.
Wow.
Yeah, and what a way to say, not that the rivalry will be done, because I'm guessing probably going to meet in the playoffs at some point in time, barring something weird happening.
Right.
But what a way to end the 10 years that the Bulls and Lumberjacks have been competitors.
Right.
Because this is
that rivalry ends.
Yeah, that rivalry will be over next year because the Bulls will move up to the NA2, a different class.
NAHL.
NAHL, yeah,
Tier
not
2.
NA2. Yeah. And so, I mean, for fans of both teams, what more could you ask for?
Exactly.
Having to
right
come
down the wire.
That's funny. My would that be my stepsister-in-law? I don't know. Anyways, relative of mine, her son played for Granite City back in the day, and my nephew.
Really?
And she was commenting on my Facebook updates of the game earlier this week against Wilmer with saying that Granite City was losing. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're going to get absolutely no love, no sympathy here being a Granite City fan. This is North Iowa territory.
Exactly.
We root for the Bulls.
And you mentioned this has been a weird sports year. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should give a little tip of the hat to those spring athletes in high school that are going to be starting their seasons after last year not even being able to have a season in the spring.
Very true, yeah.
Track and tennis and golf. I'm sure I'm maybe missing one other, but, those obviously were missed by those athletes last spring. Now they get to go out and have their spring sports.
Yeah.
Start next week.
And you know what? I have a feeling like whatever the protocol is, whatever the situation is, here in March, that by the time spring sports wraps up, whenever May or whatnot, it may be like a whole different thing too. So they've got to deal with all of that as well.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, excellent. Bob, coming up next, we are going to talk game show. What game show? If you had one shot, you don't miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes only once in a lifetime, yo. What game show could you go on and win? That's next on Fisher Friday. Fisher Friday on the Joe Show. Game shows, very popular. We have our own here on Star 106, Say It or Sing It, which is world-renowned and beloved by all. But Bob, if you had to be on a different game show, one where it's cash and prizes waiting for you to take home, but you could only pick one game show, the one you were most certain that you could win, which game show would you go on?
I'd have to say Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune, very popular answer because, it's an easy premise. Spell the words.
Yeah. It's Hangman with a little wheel that you spin.
With the wheel actually much smaller than people realize. Because I learned that a couple of years back. The wheel's only, I forget what it is. You might think it's like a 50-foot wheel. Not that big at all.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like an 8-foot wheel going on there. What if you were to be in is it called Final Wheel of Fortune, or what is the final puzzle? Is that what it is?
I don't know what it's called.
I don't remember either. But what 5 letters would you pick for yours? Because don't they give you RSTLNE?
Yeah, but then you get to choose like 3. What, you choose 3 more letters in a vowel?
Oh, maybe it is only 3. Okay, which 3 would you pick?
I would say a C, a D, and an H. And for the vowel, an A.
An A. A is a good one to go with. That is a good one.
Yeah.
See, Wheel of Fortune, I think I could do good at that, but as we proved with Ace of Bass, my spelling is not the best.
Well, it's okay.
And I feel like that would be my downfall. Like, I would know the word, but I would be, the E was silent. Dang it, I forgot about that. I think,
and make sure if you solve the puzzle, you read exactly what's up there, because if you add words,
or mispronounce it. If you say Ace of Bass instead of Ace of Base,
yeah, true.
You're in serious trouble there. Oh, my goodness.
I wonder what would happen if that, if you had it Ace of Bass, because, Bass could be pronounced Bass.
But I've seen it. So, I've seen it. Pat will go, I'm sorry. They said you mispronounced that.
Mispronounce it? Really?
Yeah, and then they go, meh, meh, and then the next guy goes, Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle. That guy's an idiot. Ace of Base is the correct answer. They're like, congratulations, you just won a trip to Cabo. And then they pan the camera down to the guy that said Bass, and he looks just like me and is dejected. Next up, Bob, we crowdsourced our final topic of Fisher Friday, bringing back an old favorite. You pick the topic, and we'll find out what the topic is and discuss it next on The Joe Show. You picked the topic on a Fisher Friday, and a big thank you to everybody that sent in their suggestions for what me and Bob should commiserate on for our final segment this week here on Fisher Friday. And the topic that's been selected by a unanimous panel of judges is Netflix. Netflix. Chance wants to know, what upcoming Netflix series are you excited about? And Bob, I got to be honest with you, I don't know what upcoming Netflix series there are.
And neither do I. And
what a great topic. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thanks, yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. No. You were going to say.
No, and I've had Netflix for, I don't know how many years, but I'm ready to get rid of it.
Why? Why would you get rid of the Netflix?
The price is going up.
Oh.
I'm not using it as much anymore. I mean, once in a while I'll go on there and find a show and start to binge watch it, and then I'll become disinterested and not use it anymore.
And you've got regular TV too. So I'm going through that issue as well of I'm not watching regular TV as much. Typically this time of year, though, between mid-January and mid-March, I don't have time to watch TV just because of the busy sports schedule that I have. But with the package that I have, I cannot watch baseball. The teams that I want to watch, I cannot watch any regional sports because Dish Network does not have the regional sports networks anymore. So I'm in that kind of conundrum right now of
what am I going to do with my television options, especially since I want to watch baseball and I want, maybe a different provider. Or not only Netflix, for my regular stuff.
Move to Hampton, because I believe they're out of the Twins territory, and so then you can get the MLB package on the internet.
No, I don't. The whole state of Iowa is Twins territory.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's the way that works. Yeah.
I thought if you got to Hampton,
and I was terrible because Iowa baseball wise is covered by the Twins, the Brewers, both Chicago teams, St. Louis and Kansas City. So they all claim Iowa as their local territory. So if you got like the MLB, the expanded package, or you got the MLB TV.TV or whatever you get on the computer, you could not log into those games because they're blacked out because Iowa is local territory for all those teams. So that makes Iowa even worse for trying to I want to watch the Twins. I want to watch the Cubs, and obviously I can listen to the Twins on AM 1300 KGLO all the time. Mm-hmm. But thanks for the allowing me to do the cheap plug. But I want to watch those games.
Exactly.
That's as well at times.
That's what I'm going to be situated with because we got the Hulu Live, and there ain't no FSN or Bally or whatever it's called now. And so it's like, what do we do?
Bally Sports North now. So that's starting on April 1st. Yeah. That's not an April Fool's Day joke either.
No. What do we do? No, the one thing I've watched on Netflix, my wife just started this up this week, is it's one of those true crime documentary series. What really happened? And it's the story of Elisa Lam, who was, this is back in 2013, 21-year-old Canadian college student, wanted to go explore the world, and was staying at this like downtrodden hotel and disappeared. And the last time people saw her was from a grainy elevator video of her acting very, very strangely in the elevator. And then she was gone. And we're on episode 2. Spoiler alert, she dies. Spoiler alert, they find her in the water tank of the hotel. And this is after people were reporting problems with their plumbing and a funny taste to the water.
Ooh.
Could you imagine?
Oh.
Could you wow, this water tastes really weird. Oh, by the way, we found that girl that was missing in the water tank on the top of the hotel. So we'll be keeping Netflix at least until we finish that.
I was going to say maybe I'll be keeping Netflix until I finish that. Start watching that and finish that as well. If you're looking for an old series, Designated Survivor.
Designated Survivor. I haven't watched that. Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. It's 3. It's 2 seasons on ABC, and then they did the 3rd season on Netflix, but then canceled it. But it's still on Netflix. They're not going to do another season, but good 3 seasons. I would suggest watching that.
How about 24? Did you ever get into that?
That's a show that is that on Netflix too, or not?
I have no idea. You said Kiefer Sutherland and it made me think of that. I'm like, oh yeah, 24. Yeah. Everybody's all about Jack Bauer. I never watched that one either.
I never watched that. It's on. You can watch it free on IMDb TV though.
Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Internet movie database, which I'm looking stuff up on. You can watch that for free on there. There's a lot of stuff you can watch on free on there.
And you know what? You can listen to highlights of Fisher Friday for free at MyStar106.com on demand anytime you want. Make sure to access MyStar 106 streaming worldwide 24/7 from your smart speaker as well. Bob, thank you so much.
These are your TV reviewers, Joe and Bob.
Yep, Joe and Bob, straight from the gallery. That's a wrap on Fisher Friday here on Star 106.